Hey everybody, it's Coach Annie Day in Pro Singer Success Collective. As you know, Coach Annie is one of our expert technique coaches who works under me with our singers in the intensive training program. And she and I like to give you technique tools and geek out on things so that you can get to the next level and have some tips that might be great hacks for you to access new things in your technique. So today, Coach Annie has a tip that we're going to talk about, which is how a tip to help your storytelling and your connection to character and story in a song like really sizzle. So I'm going to give it to Coach Annie so she can give you this fantastic hack. There you go.
Awesome. Thanks, Arden. So, we've all been there with a story where maybe we've been doing it for a long time and it's feeling like, yeah, I can do this. And it feels a little flat, or maybe it just feels like I I want to get deeper into this, but I don't quite know how. So I have a tool for that. I like to play a game where we're going to find two opposing truths. And just to help you understand, I'll use an example of something that happened in class. So there was a person who was singing a story about, she was the character Medusa. And Medusa had fallen in love with this young man and was telling him to like leave and go because she didn't want to turn him into stone, even though she's Medusa. Like that's what she does. And so the emoting was happening and there was storytelling happening, but it didn't quite have that fire that made me just feel like I want to lean in and like get a little more. I'm so excited to find out what she's going to say next. So, we were talking about what's going on in the song, and she's like, yeah, I want him to leave. And I was like, okay, well, what if we found an opposing truth and we decided to like turn that coin over and over and over again? So the two opposing truths were, I want him to leave because I don't want to turn him into stone. And what's the opposing truth? I really want to turn him into stone because I'm Medusa and that's what I do. So once this student had that idea that I'm going to have this inner conflict and juice up my own inner conflict, I told her, okay, now each line you're going to decide which side of the coin you're on. And you get to surprise yourself. You don't have to plan it. You just get to pick in the moment which one you're going to do. And then all of a sudden, we saw the wheels in her mind turning and the inner conflict and the struggle, and the story absolutely came to life. So I can show you in real time an example here.
Yeah.
There's a song. Yeah, cool. There's a song called Still Hurting from the musical Last 5 Years.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know it, it's a woman who's going through a divorce and she's talking herself through this terrible time, and the song is Still Hurting. So, okay, if she's still hurting, let's find two opposing truths. I'm still hurting because I hate his guts and I never want to see him again.
Right. We've all been there.
Right, yeah. I'm still hurting because I'm still desperately in love with him and I still want this to work. And two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
So I'm just gonna find myself on either side of the coin as I sing through the first couple of lyrics. Jamie is over and Jamie is gone. Jamie's decided it's time to move on. Jamie has new dreams he's building upon. And I'm still hurting. And
Did you see? Did you see? And then all of a sudden there's like a spark. There's real moment, conflict, and emotion going on because she's going back and forth. And it makes it interesting because we as humans, we're not one note people. We're full of conflict. We're full of different expressions of our inner thoughts and our inner experience. And the inner experience can be both. Sometimes I hate his guts and I want to get him gone. Sometimes I'm still hurting because I love him so much.
right. And I did it one way, and I could choose to do it the exact opposite way, and it would still be something that would make me come alive. There's no right and there's no wrong. And what you can find over the course of using this exercise is like, ooh, when I do that line in I hate his guts, that feels really good to me. Or I do that line in I love him so much I still want him back. That's not landing the way I want it to. So I'll try it the other way and see what really lights my fire inside.
Yes. And this is so important, regardless of what kind of singer you are. If you are a musical theater singer, a pop singer, it doesn't matter. Like opera, it doesn't matter. What draws an audience in is your experience with what you are singing. And this tip from Annie is giving you a really cool way to tap into the interesting part of your emotive internal experience around what you are singing. And that is what creates impact. So as you're moving through your repertoire over this next week, play with this idea of two opposing truths. And this is an example of some really cool, like next level game-changing technique to connect you to your artistry, your special sauce, what makes your repertoire interesting coming out of your mouth instead of somebody else's mouth. So you stand out above the competition for the roles you want to get cast in, for the records that you're making, right? And we're going to be talking much more about all of these kinds of game-changing techniques coming up in our Pro Singer Career Accelerator Masterclass Series. So we have one coming up on March 10th through March 16th. It is a 7-day free online masterclass series where we are spending 90 minutes a day. There is hands-on coaching. It is live. It is interactive. We're going to deep dive into breath support. We're going to deep dive into resonance work. We're going to deep dive into all of this kind of interpretation of song and tapping into your artistry and your emotional home so that all these pieces 360 work together to help propel you to the next level of elite opportunities that you really want in your singing. So comment masterclass below and we will send you the link to register. You must be registered or else you won't get the Zoom links to show up and we don't want you missing out. So get yourself registered, comment masterclass below, and we will see you there. Thank you to Coach Annie for sharing her awesome mojo with us today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, if you want to attend our next free 7-day online Pro Singer Career Accelerator Masterclass series, which you absolutely should do, then click that square button in the left-hand corner down there to register, and I will see you inside.